Greetings, I'm Rob Chappers and welcome to an awesome review of some awesome gear. Today we have Get Worthy Opponent Moog pedals. I have two of them today, both Minifoogers. I think Moog have an awful lot of fun with their names and I like that about them. I've got a chorus and I've got a flange. Here are the boxes they come in. And you know they're serious because look at the tech inside the box. Look at all the wiring, circuitry, diagrams. These people know what they're doing. They've been doing it for a long time. And Mr. Moog looks an awful lot like a Time Lord version of Captain Lee, which means obviously they're great pedals. I really enjoy Moog. There's something about the brand which talks, I'm being serious now, it talks about quality. It's old, they've done it, they've been there. Behind the sort of the sleek black exterior hides things like exponentiated triangle bipolar additive low frequency oscillators. They really just know what they're doing. They make great, respectable audio products, and I was very excited to be given these two pedals. Now, obviously it's a flange and it's a chorus. Everyone knows what a flange and a chorus does, so there's nothing necessarily different about these, or is there? Well, let's find out. I'm going to be using, for a change, Fender Telecaster. It's an American one. I'm also going to be using an orange OR100. It's going through a Victory 412 because it was just sat there in place, mic'd up. And all you're going to be hearing is a very slight blend of the cab mic, it's a Shure, and the camera mic to give you some ambience. So let me give you the tone without any Moog influence. Oh, should just say that I've got the amplifier set to kind of a clean tone, so this is what you get. And I opted to use a really cool pedal called the Mythos Mjolnir, which I was given when I was in America by a very nice man who runs Mythos. And it's kind of a Klon Centaur clone, so here's the gain, if I have gain. So the MF chorus, which obviously stands for Minifooger chorus, it's got your typical depth, rate, feedback and time. We're all familiar with these controls with chorus pedals, or at least I hope you are. But there's also a mix switch, and a quick look at the handy guide in the box, which actually is quite smart looking, says that in the down position the chorus is open and natural. In the middle position the sound becomes thicker and the warmth is increased, and in the up position, vibrato only, the wet signal is heard. Well, let's start with the down position for the open and natural type of chorus. So I'm going to add a little bit more of the time. I'm going to leave the rate where it is, but increase the depth very slightly and let you listen to that. That's absolutely beautiful. That's probably the nicest chorus I have ever heard in my life. I'm not just saying this because this is clearly a demonstration that Moog have sent me some pedals for, but it's just beautiful. That kind of immediately brings to mind Charmed, the intro to Charmed, and oddly Jeff Buckley and sort of some of the old shoegaze, like stuff like Fields of the Nephilim. You remember them? I don't know. Yeah, that's an absolute top quality chorus and staying on my pedal board, which is brilliant. That's replacing the Boss chorus, which I really like too, but I have to say this, for me, this has got my heartstrings and would have got my purse strings. So that's great. Let's just see what the depth does if you increase it a little bit more. It's probably going to be a bit too much for me. When you get it up there, you'll start noticing that the pitch dips in and out so much that you either like it or you don't like it. In my case, I prefer it less depthy, but you get the idea. Let's add a little bit of the old Mjolnir. See, the more depth actually sits quite nicely with a bit of gain. Not quite sure why, but let's just go a little bit more rate. In fact, yeah, half the rate. I'll back off the depth a bit now and give you an idea of what kind of sound that gives you. Beautiful. I absolutely love this pedal. It's got so much. You hear the harmonics coming in and out through the gain and everything. Oh, what a lovely pedal. It's great. Let's add a lot more feedback, increase the time quite substantially, decrease the rate and increase the depth. And then we're going to change modes. Now you're in the land of odd uses. So you'd be lucky if Soundgarden would use that kind of a thing. I'll put it back to where it was and where I like it, and for me it's the time, it's all about the time, because if you're not familiar with the way it works, there's a low amount of time, here's a quick amount of time. Hopefully that's a very simple audio explanation of how the word time works. Right, middle position, which if I remember rightly, middle position the sound becomes thick and the warmth is increased. That's what I remembered. So let's try that. Okay, let's put it back and A, B the two. It is warmer in the room. Whether you get that on YouTube is an entirely different matter, my friends. In the mythos, I'm going to back off the gainage just a little bit. Yeah, mate. That is a really enjoyable sound that I'm going to alter. just sweep the various controls to give you an inside sight, a sound bite of how it sounds. Here's the depth. Obviously you never do that. I like it about there. Rate. That's the tremolo type effect. Feedback. I like to call that the whale switch. Let's flick it to the top position, which if I remember rightly was only the wet signal has heard vibrato. It's just a beautiful sound. It's really musical, and it makes me want to write guitar riffs and hooks and things. That's got to be a good thing. I absolutely love that. I'm kind of blown away with the way it sounds, actually. It's head and shoulders above a lot of the opposition that I've heard in chorus game. And there's a chorus game, you know. Not a lot of people know that. Let's move on to the MF Flange. So, the MF Flange has rate, time, feedback, and depth. And another switch, and it's a switch called type. Now, the type switch says that it does this. The lower position subtracts feedback from the input signal mixer and output dry signal, creating a more vocal sound. Okay, that's the lower position vocal sound. In the upper position, feedback is positively summed with the input signal and dry signal producing a more traditional flanger. So just think down vocal, up traditional flanger. Rate, depth, time and expression pedal input is very useful and actually very cool. It has also got a mono stereo switch. And to access those, you remove the bottom of the flanger and do stuff, and it means you can have mono stereo, which is a really cool thing. It's made of cast aluminium. Oh, by the way, they're both true bypass, but then you wouldn't expect anything else at all. It's great. Bit of game. Just another beautiful pedal, really. I mean, there's not a lot I can say. It's just a great sounding unit. It just sounds every way you want it to. Let me give a bit more depth, and I suspect, yeah, I don't know if you can hear that. It goes crazy. Again, to give you an idea of usage, let me just bring them all in a little bit and then sweep them for you, and you'll know what's going on. Chunky knit, reassuring sense of fun. So here's with a lot of depth. Here's with a lot of feedback. Here's with a lot of rate. That sounds a lot like Black Hole Sun by Soundgarden. Can't remember the chords, but it's a great song. Let's flick the switch up, which, if I remember correctly, gives a more traditional flanger sound. So, traditional flanger sound. Mythos, be still. Flanger sound, previous setting. It's put the harmonics in different places and it's added more low end, is what it's done. Great for that kind of Joe Satch stuff. Wrong guitar, wrong kind of game, but that kind of Joe Satriani, flangey, chorusing. I like it. Really, really, really nice pedal. Final setting. I have increased the feedback. I like doing that a lot. Decrease the depth, rate, and time. This is how that sounds to you. It's like you're playing inside a big metallic tube. Here's with all feedback. Very odd. It gives you like a secondary overtone note, which I would avoid backing it off. Increase the depth and the time. Well, there you go. They're really great. Really, really great pedals. They're made of aluminium. They're really hard wearing. I've got to say, they look really cool. They're quite big, but that's not necessarily a bad thing. They sound fantastic. My money, the chorus, one of the best choruses I've heard. So the ultimate question, would I put them on my pedal board? Absolutely yes. The chorus nearly brought a tear to my bearded face, if I'm honest with you. The flange is brilliant. I'm not a huge flange fan, but it does but it does exactly what you want a flange to do. There you go. I have been Rob Chapman. Thank you for watching this video. By the way, please subscribe if you haven't subscribed. If you wander along and find me and go, I can't be arsed subscribing, please do. Helps me out. Helps me pay my heating bill. You see, I'm wearing a chunky knit because it's very cold in my country. I'm not lucky enough to live in somewhere like America where it's warm consistently. So yeah, sub, bro, sup, in it. Take it easy. Chappers, considerably out.